Alright, so it's been decided I'm doing the daily, and I think that'll probably be the trend. We'll do the new weekly ones, then we'll do the, and you know, we'll do the new weekly when the new weekly happens, and then the second session, instead of being another run of the weekly, will be the daily, at least until I beat the daily. That's my thought process. Then we reevaluate there, because then, you know, there's also the whole thing I was talking about last time with the whole good ability. Blocks 2 damage once. So a pig would kill through that, I guess, right? Yeah. And then basically I can take anything I want. It's not really what I was hoping for. Hit the fish. Son of a gun. Alright, well that should win at least. Salty posers. The whole fact of me continuing to win 10 wins, which again, I can't tell if that means they made like, is hard mode what normal mode used to be? That's sort of my question. Is now's regular hard mode in weekly what normal mode used to be? And normal mode is now like some easy baby mode that I didn't, you know that they changed it to? Because, you know, what's the, you know, I don't want to be the IGN reviewer mode, basically, playing the easy, you know, mode of sorts. That'll get a 2K. And I'm always down for it. Well, what are the items? I didn't even look. I didn't even look at any of this, actually. Wait a second, hold on. Okay. Mushroom, garlic, some stat food, some chili pepper, some armor with the melon, some pills that make an ant a little bit better. We got some hurt triggering with these 3, some rabbits with food, worm rabbit would be all right. You know, giraffe is always fine. Hippo's still always great. Monkey stats are always nice. Seal, I guess, you know, pair with the rabbit or something in there. I don't know, you know, I have not watched anyone else play the daily. I don't know if there's a meta, you know, because it's not trying to get to 10 wins necessarily, I guess. It's surviving until past 14 and then getting the high score or whatever. There's that to consider. There is some spawning related things over here for sure. Dragon? I don't know. There's a penguin too. I don't imagine dragons being the thing that I want to do because there's not much for squad. Imagine Dragons, that's a segue, because did you hear about the news of the game that's coming out or just came out that's made by the Imagine Dragons, like the band or a guy in the band? And it's a class shooting type game, I believe. People, including myself initially, because I just assumed people weren't lying, were saying that it was a live service game and didn't have many players. Turns out it's not live service game, but it still doesn't have that many players. But I didn't follow the story beyond finding out that it indeed is not actually a live service game, but it is just a strange little situation, isn't it? Imagine Dragons, the band. The game's probably fine, but you know. Anyway, all that being said, probably not looking to go dragon. Wouldn't mind trying to do like a food build, but there's also a lot of generic stats, so we'll see. We'll see. All that being said, roll me. I guess the second fish is like quote unquote better. I do have a 4-3 at the back. That's a little spooky. If I did this, we trade, or we hit, then I get 1 hit, then this kills, then this kills this, then this kills this one I think I was at, and I think this should work. I don't know if I don't know, we'll see. The ant luck might be a factor here. Okay. I think the ant look, maybe there's a world where the ant look could have made that be a draw. If it hit the back one, then that one doesn't quite kill, and then yada yada yada. But, you know, here we are. Some pretty... What does this do? Start battle randomly, Alright, well... It's random, so... Also, make the last thing spooked is a little unfortunate. Especially for the ant. And, you know, I don't have perks on things, so I'm not going to spend all the money to make that happen. There is not cucumber, nor croissant to get the crab going, really. So that's unfortunate. Certainly not a hedgehog move when they're going to be spooking my spooks. But there we go. Hello, in the chat. Hello. I guess... I mean, I don't really want to take the crab, but... This with a meat feels like it makes some sense. I guess. Maybe. Throw this in the back. Maybe trade with something for attack, right? I can see that. I can see that. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the Street Fighter movie more. That's correct. I did want to do that. Alright, we won. Yeah, I was saying that I did like that it's campy and this and that and whatnot. That is still true. That is still true. The things that maybe I don't like... Also, it had the He-Man song, which is funny. And it's not actually the He-Man song, but, you know, like, internet meme-wise, it's the He-Man song. Which is that... I feel like we're gonna lose this round. Am I crazy? Well, we definitely don't want that. Oh, okay, this will make sense. This, boom, boom. Then the rest of this is a little dicey. It kind of, and again, it's a trailer, so you know, you don't necessarily know everything that's going on there, but I think I have to take this level. Definitely want to bring that in. Would love to be able to pill this and then giraffe, I think. That would be ideal. Did not take place. I guess I will sell you and start buffing this for this turn at least. I guess I could also sell the crab to bring in a kangaroo.
Giraffe.
So, you know, the crab can kind of benefit from something else being big, which is nice. Maybe I wait. Maybe that's greedy to wait, but we'll wait. The Cammy kind of almost felt like they were giving it like a Harley Quinn type of vibe a little bit more than I would have liked, perhaps. Ah, that does not math. That does not math. I think that's worse than my previous run just because of that alone, I guess. Oh, still not a level, huh? Not particularly happy to see that. This is one shy of killing that, which is a bit of a bummer. So if that will get... It'll be a 5-5 after it kills those, which won't trade with that. This would... This would do 2 hits to this. And survive. And then that means this still gets 2. I don't know. I'm gonna try it like this. So I don't know. Ryu also, it seemed like he didn't want to fight it at the beginning, which is kind of like anti everything that Ryu stands for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if there was a way for me to win that. I think I've just been kind of unlucky on the leveling here, really. Like everything is, I've gotten 1 level? Maybe the whole time? Which is certainly not ideal. Yeah, I mean, it's not, okay. Yeah. Not really who I was hoping you would hit, if I'm honest. Not really hoping Who I was hoping you would hit. If I buy this, I go to 1, and then I can sell for 2 plus 2, right? It'd be 2 because level 2, and then 2 more, so it'll go back to 3. So that doesn't quite math out. So I guess try this. Seems like a plan, I guess. And then, do I want a parrot? Maybe. Maybe there's a world where we want a parrot. Definitely want to bring in this puff, but I also feel like this team is just already kind of doomed a little bit. Okay, alright, maybe we're bringing it back, but we had 2 losses in a row. So, okay. Level. Immediately sell. Alright, well that is a good ability to copy. Sell. Now, certainly bring this in. Also something to be said about croc and then copy it with a parrot. If I do that, I need to... You get to have cucumbers? I don't get to have cucumbers. If I do that, I'm only losing out on 1/1, or I could get rid of the kangaroo. I think I still do this. Still feel like I'm gonna lose. Still kind of feel like we're gonna lose, but we'll see what happens. We'll shoot their last 2 units, right? Yeah, the last 2 units are dead, but then it's a matter of can we kill the front. Looking like it. For a draw. For a draw. Do I think the villains have the same pack as me? No, I don't. But I don't really know how it works. No, I don't. But I also don't really know how. Not really a lot of room for this, but you know, I am willing to, maybe if we get other things involved, switch for it. I'm not gonna do that though. Feels late to go elephanting, but it feels late to really do much of anything. Feels late to do much of anything, really. I mean, we shoot the back 2 units, which is pretty good. Oh, it means they... Well, the guinea fowl got to be big-ish, but not as big as it could have been. Or, sorry, the dog. Bread is better, garlic, if the pet gets hit less than 4 times. This is true. But let's take a level. A boar. Feels like camel, probably not worth keeping. It doesn't have any stats. And then this would give stats, which is nice. So I like that. Then I guess you could change the parrot in for a tiger. Tiger. The friend ahead repeats their ability in battle as if they were level 1. Like, you could get a bunch more blowfish shots out if you did that, I guess, right? Sniping the vaquita before they get this seems good, though, having the double crocking going on. Could also go full snipe. Yeah, like snipe, snipe, snipe. Camel for the tiger to repeat the parrot. Yeah, I think, well, okay, this is going either way. The question was kind of like, oh, would a boar be kind of good? Would we rather just tiger? Would we rather get rid of the kangaroo for this? And then, and then there's this. There's options. I think we want to do this regardless. And then the question, I guess, is kind of keeping the kangaroo or not. But it seems good here to snipe all these guys in the back. I do like that. We're at tier 5, so chocolates could be nice, but I guess if I don't do anything, maybe this is okay. Well, a monkey seems quite good, too. I think I'm willing to do that. And then... Sure. sure. A very all-in-ish on the first guy looking team. But it should work well this time. I would say so. I would say so. None of these are enough to convince me to switch. Also, two pretty big guys in the front is a concern. Though, so this is... I mean, snipes, well... I guess this would die and this would die. But this wouldn't because we have to use 2 shots on this. And then 1 here. Which is still good, I guess. I mean, it's not like they would get much from this anyway. It's just these 2 units. And then we can like, this is going to shoot the monkey, which is fine. This will get a buff. Should get 2 hits against this. Because garlic, and it's gonna be bigger. 2 hits should kill this. And that's not considering if the hurt trigger hits it or not. I think we're looking okay. I think we're looking okay. I'm liking this even more. Great. There is decent shop food. Not enough for me to... Well... Oh, that's not what it used to be. Or maybe it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Could get rid of the parrot for a penguin. Not that you really care too much about buffing the monkey, but it is some stats, I suppose. Because we got 4 more turns to go. Probably not. Probably not. Could have bought the bread. Could have bought the bread. Let's see. Because now we could level the parrot, too. This should kill the back 2 units. Yep. And then that shot goes. That shot goes. That's kind of how we wanted it to happen. Even if the hurt trigger had hit the behemoth, it still would have been good, but I will take this level. It does mean we get another shot off, which... Shot. Okay, having a lynx is going to be a little scary. It's going to kill most of my team. This having melon is a little scary. We will live and do 2 hits, but this is spooky looking for sure. This is spooky looking. Is this a world where I would rather have it be like this? That's kind of the question. Because the third... So these are going to shoot 3 times, I guess, right? 1, 2, 3. But a 4th also wouldn't really kill. And the level 1 blowfish hit is 3 damage only. So this would have to... Nah, it's probably better to do this. Still. And better to do this turn because it gives it just ever so slightly more health. Feel like this could be a loss. And really, you know, the lynx shot that they get is going to be a big factor. Well, that is so unfortunate. Oh, because of the what's it called? The slug thing? Giving it that 2 health, it made it from a draw to a loss. Yeah, the daily is pretty tricky. Been 20 minutes? The sea cucumber, that's the one. These runs can go long. That's why I don't want to do one because it's already 9. I think we pack it. I think we pack it. I was debating. I was definitely debating, but... So the thing here, I guess, is that, what, I can only do the turtle because it's the only one I have? Yeah, okay. That's fine, though. Yeah, we'll get them next week, exactly. We'll get them next week. Because, you know, I still got all those 10 wins that I get that maybe people think I don't deserve anymore. Was a full page of 10 wins and then some. But the daily ruins it. Tough spot. It was. I kind of figured something like that would happen, where like eventually we fight a team where the snipes aren't enough to really take care of it, and only having one semi-big guy, because the blowfish wasn't huge enough yet. You know, would have needed a few more turns of the monk going on to really get there. But you know, that's fine. So okay, here's one last thing I'll tell you. I saw a chat comment, not in my stream, but in another stream, that said, my sleep paralysis demon is just a guy from New England with no job. I don't know if I should be upset, or if I should try to scare them. I don't know what. Cause it's not like I wasn't. It's not like they knew I was there, but it felt strangely targeted. You know, it was just me. Like, you know, it's not like people know who I am, or anything, and I didn't chat or anything. It was just like a random comment that I saw, and I was like, where did that come from? What does that even mean? But okay, maybe I'll see you in your nightmares then, or whatever. Sleep paralysis demon, same difference. Whatever. Anyway, go Celtics, huh? How about that, New England? Go Celtics, playoffs. Playoffs have just started for basketball, so there we go. Anyway, we'll get them in the next one.